Greg, how are you feeling after that match?
Yeah, disappointed. I think by and large it was a good effort on the night. I think we created a lot of opportunities. It's disappointing because I think we were in a fair number of good spots that we probably should finish at least one, two more of those. Defensively, we were sound. We had to put out a couple fires, as we say, in the transitions, but we knew if we were going to have to push the game a little bit, that at some point they were going to break out. But I thought we managed them all right. We asked a lot of our fullbacks on the day because we were trying to get a lot of overloads with the fullbacks coming from deep positions and coming into the attacks. Ash, I thought, did a solid job in the first half. Ash hasn't played a ton of minutes this year, so asking him to do that kind of work for 90 was going to be a lot for him. And Richie's just been doing it up and down for so many games, and so we try to get RON to continue to try to get our fullbacks overloading. So we were trying to find ways to add numbers, knowing that they were going to have a lot of numbers behind the attack, and then we're going to have to break them down. And I think, considering the fact that they did have a lot of numbers around the goal, we still created some really good opportunities and had some good moments. But these games, as you know, these games come down to execution. It comes down to those key moments. You gotta do it. Tonight it wasn't about the defending side, it was more about the finishing opportunities.
Right, this probably goes without saying, but is it extra frustrating losing a game in a shootout?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care for shootouts. Obviously, we're not very good at them. I don't care for them because I feel like I'd like the game to be won on the field, but at the end of the day we were down to 10 men as well, so a bunch of extra time for us would have not been great on the night either. We were it was, it's a way to end the game so that you're not going on forever, but it's not served us very well over the years.
Greg, what is with this team in penalty shootouts? You guys don't seem to ever be able to win them. Is it in the head?
It's tough to say. It could be. I don't know what I don't ultimately know what players are thinking as they go up to shoot it. We work on them not a lot in training just because we don't encounter them often. We worked on them a little bit yesterday. Watched some guys hit. We selected our group based on some experience, based on who we thought was hitting them well yesterday and was going to be confident. And then when you get up, it's a whole different thing. You can do them at training all the time, but when you get into a game where sometimes you've worked for 90 minutes, sometimes you've just come onto the game, but there's crowd, there's something on the line. It's just a different feeling. And so some guys are money, and some guys are a little less comfortable, and we haven't been able to find the right balance. And having said that too, I don't think we've saved one in any of our shootouts either. So we've got to be perfect right now if we're going to win one. So it's kind of a combination of the two. We've got to find a better way to stop them, and of course we've got to make more than we did tonight, because that was definitely not enough.
Greg,
Is there any sort of relief or anything now that you can just concentrate on playoff positioning now and going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it relief. What I would say is we've got one more really, really tough game to go in this stretch of 7 and 22 days. So it's tough because it's a disappointing loss tonight. It's tough because it's the last game in this incredible stretch of games. And it's tough because you still have an opponent that has a little bit of a sniff of the playoffs and is going to, they're putting everything into it too. So we've got to bounce back, and we're playing for position in the playoff standings. So we just got to, tomorrow the guys will get off. Hopefully can get around and clear their minds a little bit and relax, and then we'll start our preparation. And starting tomorrow, our focus and everything will be on preparing ourselves for the playoffs and winning these two games and trying to position ourselves for the playoffs.
Greg, is that always a risk that a result like this sort of has a hangover effect?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's disappointing for guys for different reasons. We all like to win championships, but we also lose out maybe on the possibility of Champions League. That can be good and bad. It's bad because as professionals, it's something that we strive to try to compete for and win. It's not the worst thing in the world that our season doesn't start early next year and we get full preparation and we go, but I don't really look at it that way. I see it as an opportunity lost more than anything. So we regroup, but potential, for sure there's potential, but hopefully, we're strength of character, we bounce back, and we continue to work for the playoff standing.
Greg, I know the result wasn't what you wanted, but is there any solace in the fact that you were able to maintain the clean sheet through 90 minutes?
Yeah, I'm pleased with the way we're playing. I mean, I think we've played a lot of games, and the one thing I'll say is I'm really pleased with the way we're playing. I feel like through, we've played, 5 away games lately. I think we should have won 4 of them. It was one mistake in the game, whether it was a mistake, a misplay, a penalty kick, a missed penalty kick. We could have won 4 of 5 of those road games. But I think we've played really well, and we've deserved more out of it. The good thing, I guess, the takeaway to your point tonight is we didn't have that mistake on the defensive side. We didn't let up that goal. That's something to take away. We saw the game out in a positive way. We weren't able to put enough in the back of the net to turn the game and win it. But I'm happy with where we're playing. I'm happy with the mentality of the group. I do think we need to get our legs back under us a little bit, which is going to happen after Sunday. But I think the group is very confident that they can go anywhere and get the result.
One stat that jumps out is there were 15 total shots, but only 1 on target.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that was the guys maybe trying to be a little too precise, or maybe unlucky a bit?
It could be. That I would say that's not the first night. I think over the course of these stretches of games, I think we've created some good chances, and not often enough do we put them on target and make goalkeepers make saves. I think we missed just wide, we missed just high, we hit the post tonight. A few of these opportunities just kind of go missing in that we don't put more pressure on the goalkeeper. I think we're doing a great job of putting pressure on kind of the goal and the back lines, but we're not putting more pressure on the goalkeeper to have to come up with saves. And I think that's something that, again, with maybe some training time, some fresher legs, we've got to down this stretch hit the target a little bit more. I think that's going to be an important aspect, because I do think we're doing a nice job of creating opportunities, but we've got to be more dangerous in terms of putting them on target.
Greg, it's a bit of a moot point, but I don't suppose you had a chance to look back at the RO potential handball.
I didn't. No, I didn't. So I have a question. Was Lappalainen onside or offside?
Outside.
He was onside?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see a replay. It looked like Chris had stepped up, so fair enough. Yeah, I didn't see it. So.
Greg, Tsubasa ended up.
Yeah.
He ended up getting the goal tonight. Can you just talk about his performance as of late and what he's done for your team?
Yeah, Tsubasa is he's a ball of energy for our team, and our team has a lot of guys who are very good at receiving balls between the lines, at their feet, continuing to get the game going. And for us, it's the balance of finding guys who can play in between lines, but finding guys who want to run through lines. And Tsubasa is just relentless in his running through the lines, and he puts a lot of pressure on back lines to, just because he's constantly going through the space between the fullbacks and center backs. He's getting himself in front of goal, as we've seen. Technically, he's got a nice left foot and a nice right foot. But it's just the amount of repetitive sprints that he gives us is it's off the charts. And on the attacking side, it's something that we need, because Pozuelo is a guy who plays between the lines, and he needs targets to run. And Josie's kind of a target forward more than he is a running forward, so it's important that at least out of our wings and out of at least one of them, that a guy is as aggressive as Tsubasa is on the running. I think it's just it really helps our team and helps our attack.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, thank you.